What's up, YouTube? Jason here with Black Oak Outdoors. You remember our last video I put out? I showed you how to tie up a Carolina rig for trout fishing. Well, I'm here today at my local trout lake trying to catch some. Remember our Carolina rig? I don't know how good you can see it. It's kind of hard to see. I'll show you what I'm using for bait. Let's see here. I'm using the Berkeley power eggs and a natural honey worm. You don't have to use this much. If you got a heavier hook, it's kind of hard to get the float off the bottom. Let's see if I can get it in there. It's hard to get it off the bottom, so with 3 eggs and a worm, it'll float. We got about a 2.5 foot leader fluorocarbon. You want to use fluorocarbon on these trout. I got a few rigs already set up. We ain't had no bites or any action. Been out here for about an hour already, and that's kind of cool. And it rained pretty hard yesterday, so it might not be any good fishing today, but we're going to hope we can catch something, get a little action, get a little bit of meat in the freezer. But stay tuned. We'll see if we can't get something. I'm going to go ahead and cast this one on out and take it on down that way a little bit and see what happens. All right, I'm going to show you something here. It's a little more about the baits I'm using. This one here is actually the Berkeley Power Bait. It's the garlic scent rainbow color. It's a really good bait. Let's see if I can get a couple out here. So what I normally do, I use a number 8 or 6 hook, depends on what I got in my arsenal. What I'll do is I'll take 3 of these power eggs here and I'll slide them up on the hook, and I'll take a Power Bait's natural power honey worm. These things are pretty neat. They look like, you know, just natural wax worms. You take all 3 of those, slide them up on the hook, and then you put your worm sideways on the bottom of the hook, just like that. That's how it should look. It's kind of hard to demonstrate here. Just like that. Put it on like a 2.5 foot Carolina rig. That's all you need. Carolina rig, about 2.5 foot, and those will float off the bottom. What else I'm using here is some power eggs, the chartreuse, can't even say it, chartreuse color, and I'll do the same thing with them. I'll put about 3 eggs on a hook, and you know the honey worm there on it, like just like that. That's how it will look on the hook. If you can see, it should look something like that. Just use your imagination. This right here usually works pretty good, mostly when the water's a little more clear. They love that color. I've always had good luck off these 3 baits, and sometimes I'll even mix them up with, you know, I'll put 2 garlic on it and a chartreuse, and then put a honey worm on it. But I've always had good luck. I've used these same baits here for probably 4 years, and I've had luck every time I've used them. But yeah, it's actually good bait. I got about $10 in it, and I've used it for like 3-4 years, and I've always had good luck. I've used the other bait. I've used the dough style bait, and I just hate getting that stuff all over my hands. But the power bait there usually works pretty good. I can't complain. I've always had good luck with it. Hopefully I can catch me a fish today. I'd like to max out, but it's not looking too good. I've been here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you know, some days you catch them, some days you don't. That's what they call it, fishing instead of catching. But hopefully we'll get something here soon. Okay, so what I like to do here when I use my trout fishing setup, I got these poles here on a Carolina rig also. I like to, you know, I'm out about 20 yards off the bank. And what I'm doing here, I got a bobber here tied onto the line here. When a fish gets it, bobber goes just like that, and they'll start twitching that pole. This is a really light action pole. It's actually a crappy pole, but I use it for trout fishing. They're fun to fight on such a light action pole. Yeah, that's a really good good way. You can do this mostly, you know, catfish and trout fishing, whatever fish. I mean, you don't really want to do it for bass because you're more of you want to toss out there and retrieve whatever you're fishing with, jigs or poppers or whatever. But we're not bass fishing today. We're actually just out here trying to catch some pretty good sized rainbows. They got probably handfuls and handfuls of 10+ pound trouts out here. They're monsters. I ain't never caught one that big. The biggest one I've caught out here is about 2.5 pounds, and it was really really healthy fish. But I got 3 poles set up on Carolina rigs out here. Hopefully we can catch something. I got power eggs on all of them. I got chartreuse on one pole and rainbow garlic on the other poles, all with natural honey worms. It seems to work the best for me. If you got any tips or anything out there with better baits, I'm open for any suggestion to catch more fish. But hopefully we can get a couple on the bank here today, and I can get some on a stringer and take home and pack them in my fridge. Fresh caught trout's where it's at if you ain't ever had it. Gonna get a little action on this old crappie pole here again. Something's messing with it. Check. Something was there if you let go of it. I find my other rod holders, man. First time out on the lake this year, and a little rusty. Y'all know where all my junk is. Using my significant other's fishing pole here. I need to get me some more poles. But this is a really smooth pole. Caught a lot of fish off of it. Alright, let's see what that is. You know, I'm your average guy out here fishing. I don't have all the fancy rigs and reels and rods and whatever, but you know what I do? I really love doing this, and it don't matter. You don't have to have all the fancy stuff. Fish finders or hundreds of dollars fishing poles. Yeah, those are nice and stuff, but I can catch a fish just the same as anybody else. This old red and white pole here my grandpa gave me years ago, I've caught many off of it. Not the most expensive pole I got is probably that GX2 Ugly Stick, and I love it. It's smooth and the rod's really nice. It's a little chilly today, I know that. It's about 42 degrees out. Perfect trout weather. This ain't nothing. They ain't playing to the script. I'm pretty sure I got a fish on this, I think, a purple pole here. Bobber went right up. Hey. Yep, didn't hit that one. Oh well. He's out slow to the draw on that one. Done twice. Well, looks like I got skunked today. Here at Falls Mills. Been here for about 6 hours. Got a few bites. Probably lost a couple from talking and not paying attention, but that's how it goes. I always said it's a better day fishing, and I had no luck than a good day at work. My buddy Brandon here, he caught a little bullhead catfish like 30 minutes since he got here. Kills me every time. He's trying to make it a scene on Outdoors, and you can follow him at the Rock River Outdoorsman. Yep. On Facebook. You know, go give him a like, share his page. I don't know what he holds in the future, but maybe it'd be pretty cool to tag along with him, tag along with me at the Black Oak Outdoors on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at Black Oak Outdoors. You can follow me here on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button. I'd highly appreciate it. I'm gonna reel these poles in here. I hope this video, hope you enjoyed it. Brandon, you might make a few more appearances with me, doing fishing, hunting, whatever, cooks and cleans. We might get into something, who knows.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, he caught a little chunky, fat, bullheaded catfish like a couple hours ago. It was a chunky. That's his first fish of the year. I ain't caught crap, but you know, bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work. So we'll see you next time. Hope you like it.